Okay.
Oh, me first?
Sure.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is my first essential oils class, but because I'm still learning, my lovely friend, Miss Jessica, is going to actually lead it for us. So this is Jessica, and she is my level up above me, and she's going to take the reins of this class today.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for watching this class. We call this Essential Oils 101, and it's just a foundations class so that you know kind of the whole foundation of what essential oils are and how they work in our home. Megan is starting this journey and launching her business now, so we're so excited to do this and kind of educate her friends and family, and we'll just begin. Like she said, my name is Jessica Edstrom, and I am originally from Longmont, but went to California to become a teacher, and then married my husband and moved to Alaska. He was an Army pilot. There we started our family with a set of twins, and then moved down to Alabama, had another child, Isaac, moved to Georgia, and then back to Colorado when he retired. And so here we are again. About 6.5 years ago, I went to my own essential oil class with doTERRA with a mutual friend, and I just learned about all the therapeutic benefits, and I was really excited to give essential oils a shot. And my twins had chronic ear infections, and so right when I got my oils, one twin had the ear infection and had the prescription, and the second child I was able to use the essential oils because in the class she said tea tree oil would alleviate ear infections. And so I was really excited. If even if that was the only thing they ever did, it would have really saved our family from being on antibiotics every other month. And so I got the essential oil and just swiped it in his ear about every diaper change for 2 full days, and took them both back to the doctor, and they both were cleared of their ear infections. So baby A had that nasty prescription, and baby B, we used the natural essential oils. And so that's kind of how my oil journey began, and I was beyond excited to use essential oils for some healthcare in our family. And the rest is just history. I've been teaching classes ever since, and just enjoying bringing oils into people's homes. So that's enough about me. Now let's begin with the class. So what is an essential oil? An essential oil is simply an aromatic compound that's found in plants. So when you smell an orange or you smell a pine needle, you're going to actually smell the essential oil from that plant. And what it does for the plant itself is it's like its immune system. So when it gets attacked by a fungus or an outside threat, it sends out the essential oil to battle that threat and keep it alive. And that's why our plants are so healthy and they've been living for millions of years. And so what we did is we took those essential oils from any given plant and figured out the therapeutic benefits for our human body, which are also organic compounds. And there's several oils that give us several health benefits. So that's what they are. Now, the modern approach to healthcare is typically going into a doctor for a very short visit, finding out what prescription you need to kind of use as a band-aid for the symptoms, and there's no real healing happening. Now, with natural healthcare, what they do is they really want to know the source of the problem, and the essential oils will go to the source and help the body's own capability of healing. And so it's a really magical marriage there between oils. Essential oils are effective. They're very strong. So when you think of drinking tea or using herbs for healthcare, essential oils are 50 to 70 times stronger than herbs. They're very condensed and very powerful. So with essential oils, I always say less is more. You only ever use 1 to 3 drops when you're using oils. People always ask me, how many drops? How many drops? It's always 1 to 3. 4, 5, 6 are not better. But you can use a little more often, and that's the difference with oils to, let's say, an aspirin or Tylenol. 1 drop of peppermint essential oil, and if you have a peppermint sample, I'm going to ask you to get that out now. But peppermint's a really good example of how potent oils are. 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. And so why would you drink peppermint tea? When do you think you crave that peppermint tea? For me, it's usually after like a big meal or I'm trying to digest things and soothe my belly. The essential oil is the same. So if you have a sample, go ahead and put one small little drop in your palm and then take a little bit and simply swipe it on the roof of your mouth. Take the rest and you can kind of massage it on your neck and shoulders, and you're gonna start feeling a cooling effect. And then you take the rest and you simply inhale, and you're gonna really feel it clear up your airways. So peppermints are really, really helpful for concentration, and that's why I do it at the beginning of the class, of course. And it's also really good for tension. You can feel the cooling effect. I like to spray it on my body when it's really hot outside. It also can help headache and head tension. And it's also the #1 IBS essential oil. And that's so important because a lot of people suffer from irritable bowel syndrome because of our diet. Even if you're eating completely, vegetarian or fruits and vegetables constantly, they still lack some of the great stuff that they used to have, and they bother our system. So peppermint essential oil is going to really help with any form of IBS. So it's a really valuable oil. Also, you can diffuse it. This is a fun fact. And if you're a student, you can diffuse it when you're studying for an exam. And then when you go take the exam, you can just simply dab a little on your shirt or your chest, and it's going to help you retain or get that information back. So it's kind of a cool thing there. So why doTERRA is safe and 100% pure. So the difference between doTERRA and other essential oils is the quality and the testing and the sourcing. So doTERRA brands itself as the purest essential oil you can possibly buy. When you go to the drugstore and you buy essential oils, the label can say 100% pure essential oil if only 10% of the oil is actually from the plant. That's the regulation. And so they're often filled with fillers and other things, and the plant itself could have had pesticides or other teratogens. And so that's why they can sell them for cheaper. doTERRA is very proud of the fact that we rigorously test each of our essential oils before we put the cap on. And that's what makes them stand out. They're also the biggest essential oil company in the world now. And we source from places all over the globe. So if lemons normally come from Italy, that's where we source for lemon, because it's just going to grow better where it was originally created. And so it's a really good company to be a part of. It's also a private company. We have 7 executives, and so it's like a balance of power. It's not one person who's making all the decisions. We're not money driven. We are very much quality driven, and you can see that in our products. Okay, so that's what they are and why doTERRA is important, or special, I should say. It's the bomb, basically. No. So do you have any questions about that so far, or?
What is the difference between doTERRA and Young Living?
That's a good question, and I get it often. So they're basically like Coke and Pepsi. So they're the 2 biggest essential oil companies in the world, and they have the highest quality. So there's not a big difference between us. Young Living has been around since the 80s, and a couple of these executives from doTERRA branched off from Young Living and created their own brand. So they're very similar. Okay. Of course, I'm a fan of doTERRA. So next thing I'm going to talk about are the 3 ways to use essential oils. So it's very simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. It's very simple. The first way you use essential oils is what we call aromatic. This is any time that you're breathing it in simply for the smell. I have a diffuser up here, you can kind of see, and it just diffuses the oils into the air, and that way we can breathe them in. The reason you might do this is to clear up congestion, to clean the air in your room, or for sound sleep. You can also drop these on your pillow and you're taking them in aromatically. You can put them in your car. I put them on the air filters in our home, so it's just citrus oils kind of blasting through our house. And it's anything from here to here when you diffuse. So if it's any congestion, snoring, coughing, or anything mental, if it's concentration, mood alteration, memory, anything mental or emotional if you're trying to get an uplifting. And again, it cleans the air that it comes in contact with. The second way to use is topical.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, if you
I
diffuse,
didn't know that part. That's cool.
yeah, if you diffuse any citrus or like On Guard, it's gonna clean the air. Yeah. We need On Guard just piping through the whole world right now.
Yeah.
The next way to use them is topical. And this is kind of the more common way people think to use essential oils. And if you're getting massage with Megan, that's how you might be using them. Sometimes I ask her to put them right in my lotion. And this is putting them on your skin, which will enter your bloodstream through your skin. Anything that goes on your skin is absorbed into your body. When we talk about putting it on topical, we often say the word carrier oil or dilution. And doTERRA sells a coconut oil, but you can use any food grade oil to dilute your oils. Oils are strong. And so if you're trying to put them on a big surface or a child, or it's a hot oil, you simply drop a few drops in your palm, dilute it with your carrier oil, and then apply it, you know, if it's a headache, if it's congestion, if it's a belly ache, if you have a sore elbow, you just apply it where you need it. If you don't have a specific spot, for example, if you're working on your immune boosting, then you can simply put it on your spine, and it's just going to get into all of your body that way, and or the bottom of your feet. So that's really helpful for small babies, or if you don't like the smell but you want the benefits. So that's topical. Also with topical, you can make little roller bottles, which is how I administer my oils on my children, is making my own roller bottles. And we can help you with that once you get your oils, if you do so. The next way is called internal, and this is exclusive to doTERRA. Young Living has some internal oils, but not all of their oils are classified that way. Any of ours that are edible plants can be internal oils, and the label will say it. So if this label has like supplement facts on it, that means it can be an internal supplement. If it does not have supplement facts, like our Breathe oil is meant just for topical or aromatic, it does not have supplement facts. So that's one easy way, or it will say for internal use or not on the label. Real simple. For example, lemon, okay? You can eat a lemon fruit, so why wouldn't you be able to take the oil, right? I drink lemon oil in my water, and you always want to make sure that you're drinking out of a glass or like a steel container or ceramic coffee cup. You never want to put lemon into a plastic water bottle because it will degrade the plastic and then you'll start drinking all the toxins. So absolutely no plastic, but it's perfectly safe to drink. I have lemon water all day, every day, one little drop for that whole cup. And I drink one, you know, while my coffee's being brewed and kind of get the systems going in the morning. It's a cleanser. So any citrus oil is going to clean the air through diffusion topically if you're making like a wood spray or in our body. And so it's a detoxifying process. It's important to drink water or lemon every day and just keep the toxins away. The first couple of days that you drink essential oil lemon water, you might feel some detoxing symptoms. So you might be on the toilet a little more. I've heard of people who had toxins maybe coming out of their skin for a few days, and that is temporary, and it's a positive thing if you think about it because they're releasing from your body. Like I've had people, why do I have pimples on my butt right now? And I'm like, those are toxins trying to get out. So that's good. And then also you can put them in veggie caps. And so doTERRA sells empty veggie caps where you can create your own pill essentially. And you just simply open it, drop the essential oil in, and again, 1 to 3 drops is the standard. You can put a carrier oil in to dilute it in the capsule and then take it like a pill. One reason you might do this is something like oregano oil, which is hot or caustic, and that will burn your mouth if you're trying to take it for like a sore throat, which people often do. I took it internally with lemongrass because I had high cholesterol when I began oils. And I just simply looked in the book and found out lemongrass was helpful for cholesterol. So I took 1 to 3 drops every day for 30 days. And my total cholesterol points went from a 224 down to 184 without any other dietary changes. So pretty cool stuff. So those are the 3 ways to how to use them. Pretty basic, right? Okay, next I'm going to talk about some of our oils. We have the top 10 most popular oils, and I'll start with lavender. I already talked about peppermint, and then lavender here. We call this the Swiss Army knife of oils because it does a lot of things. Most people are familiar with the smell of lavender, and ours might even smell a little different because it's not the same smell as like a lotion, it's the real plant. And lavender is a calming oil, and so I like it in my bath. I put it in Isaac, my child's bath, every night, drop it on his pillow and diffuse it. It's also nature's antihistamine, and so that's really powerful. Any bug bite you get, any rash from, you know, a grass patch or whatever, you can use lavender on. So forget your calamine lotion and all those things, lavender will work. It's also a burn oil. So they actually used it in World War II in burn clinics for soldiers who had terrible burns. So if you're curling your hair or you're baking and you have that burn, you put it on right away and you're not going to have the blister the next day. So it's a really handy oil, and it smells amazing. Next I have tea tree oil, which is, some of you might have smelled it in your products, like hair products, you know, face products. And this is what I call a killer oil. So lavender is a calming oil. Tea tree is a killer. So it's antibacterial, antifungal, and you can use it for cold sores, any topical acne that people have, they can use it like a toner, ear infections, like I mentioned. You'd never drop oils inside an ear canal. Or up your nose or in your eyes. Should say that, right? And so all I did for my child for an ear infection is just put some on my pinky and just kind of swipe it around. It's really effective for pink eye. So my children will come up with pink eye and I just dab it under their eye a couple times a day and the vapors go up and do the work. And so we don't have to go to the doctor. We don't have to get that crummy eye drop, you know, those thick, yucky eye drops. It clears it right away.
So
Also,
why don't you want to drop it right into the ear canal?
it's
Obviously, I understand, but like.
yeah, no, you're right. It's just too potent.
Okay.
So it could be too hot and potent. So just swiping it is all it needs. These little aromatic compounds just kind of bounce off and get in with vapors.
Right.
And also, if you do get essential oils in your eye, the best way to relieve that is to put carrier oil in your eye.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of sounds terrible. And I've never in 6.5 years had to do it, but
right.
Yeah, you would just kind of let it fall in, some olive oil or whatever, and it'll dilute it in your eye. You don't want to put water or milk or anything because it's gonna, oil and water don't mix.
Right.
And so it's not gonna alleviate the pain.
Okay.
Only oil will. Same with if you do put it on your body. Let's say you put like a hot oil, which would be like clove, cinnamon, on guard, oregano, and you're like, I didn't dilute it enough. You can just simply add lotion or more carrier and it's going to go away right away.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, and tea tree is also really effective for sore throats or like when you feel like you're getting sick, you know how when you get that achiness, you just dab it on the outside of your throat. You know, you can take it in a capsule, but I've found just doing that all day for a couple days and it's gone. Like it never comes to fruition, which is awesome. Oregano is the same category as tea tree. It's like tea tree's big sister, and it's stronger. And so if you want to use oils as an antibiotic, all you would do is add tea tree and oregano and take it like a pill 3 times a day. So you can replace antibiotics that way. And for a child who wouldn't take a pill, I make a roller. This is not my killer roller, but and then I would just roll it on their back 3 to 4 times a day until I don't need to anymore. So it's really, that's one of my favorite things is we don't have to use antibiotics here anymore. The next oil is in that top 10 is Breathe. And Breathe is really self-explanatory. It helps your airway. It helps you breathe clear air, or clear up your airway. It helps with snoring. So if you have a partner who's snoring, you can sneak it into the diffuser, or like put it on their bed, and maybe alleviate some loud sleepers. Also Digest Zen, which I don't have in front of me because we use that in the kitchen. That is our digestion oil. So anything with your digestive tract, any cramping, bloating, sour stomach, gas, anything belly, you can use Digest Zen with. So it's got the anise in it, and fennel and peppermint. So peppermint's great for IBS period, but like if you're looking for, more complex. Okay. Then I already talked about lemon. So On Guard is another oil we have in Young Living. It's called Thieves Oil, and it's a popular blend. It's not a proprietary blend of ours. Many people use a Thieves blend, and why it's called Thieves is really interesting. Back when the Black Plague hit in the 1500s, the apothecary people knew that the clove and cinnamon spices would kill protect them from the plague. And so what they would do is they would put them on scarves, they put thieves oil like on their scarf, all over their clothes, and they'd go in and loot the houses of these people who had passed away from the plague, and they wouldn't get it. So it's pretty amazing. Like, I feel like I need to have On Guard on at all times to not get the plague. And I do. I drop it in my mask, and it is a strong oil, so I just do barely on the edges of my mask. But I also take it, here's a roller bottle that doTERRA has that it comes in as a roller. And so I can just put that on my children, which I do daily right now, and or when they start a new school or things like that. We also have them in beadlets, so you can take it internally that way. We have
beadlets every day.
Yeah, and they taste really good. It's like a
yeah.
We also have On Guard Plus, which has a Melissa oil in it, and that's our most powerful antiviral oil. And so those are really cool. I make my own hand sanitizer with On Guard oil. It's just a bottle. I put 20 drops of On Guard essential oil. Then I do half the bottle rubbing alcohol, and then half aloe, so my hands don't dry out. And you just have to kind of shake it up a tiny bit, spray it on. My husband's obsessed with this stuff. He has me make a new bottle every day for him. It's in the car, it's everywhere. And then it smells amazing. And then because hand sanitizer, our skin has a protective layer on it. And when you put that hand sanitizer on constantly, it breaks away that protective layer. So we're actually making ourselves more vulnerable. This will not do that. And plus it puts On Guard into your system. Right. So On Guard itself will kill stuff, but it also will strengthen our immune system. So pretty fantastic stuff. The reason it is what it is because it has cinnamon in it. Cinnamon is one of the top killer oils. If you put cinnamon oil on a surface, like in a little circle, and came back over with a black light in 14 days, there will not be any bacteria or germs building on that spot. And so it's also really good for your blood sugar levels, but it's a killer. And then second is the clove. Clove is the highest, clove has a lot of antioxidants in it. So it's the highest source of antioxidants you can possibly consume inside your body. On the ORAC scale, it scored like spinach and blueberries and acai berry all score about 2,500. And clove scores above 1,000,000 on that ORAC scale. And so people sometimes used to chew on clove buds, and there's a culture that actually chews on them as they work, and they're like the healthiest culture alive. No joking. So it's also anti-aging, right? The antioxidant effect takes away all of those free radicals that age us. And also that's why it's a good immune booster, because all those free radicals are taken care of so our body can fight other necessary things. Right. So On Guard is awesome. I mean, our house, I diffuse it. We have it on constantly right now, and we're healthy. So that's great. So last oil I'll talk about, and I know I'm saying a lot, so just bear with me. Last oil is called frankincense oil. A lot of people have smelt this maybe in churches or during the holidays. Frankincense is, you know, it was brought to the baby Jesus in the Bible, and you have to ask yourself why, right? Why was that brought? Well, because it was the tonic of that time. It was the medication. And so the same is true today. We source it from the exact same place it's been sourced for thousands of years. There's actually a frankincense trail you can see from a satellite picture. And what they do is they go to these trees and they chop them, and a sap tear comes out. They chop that, another tear comes, and a third tear, and then we distill it from that third tier of sap, essentially.
Mhm.
And the trees are awesome. They replenish themselves, and it's very ethical or sustainable the way we do it. But frankincense itself has three major characteristics, okay? This is called the king of oils, and it is by far the most valuable oil. If I had to pick one oil to live with for the rest of my life only, it would be frankincense. I guess it has four things, because topically, it's really good for your skin. It's
I
good
was
for
gonna say I use it every day on my skin and I love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's right. It helps with dark spots and wrinkles. And that's how I began using it. I put it in my oil of Olay and just put it right
Yeah.
on my face. Now I just use doTERRA products with it in it, but
Mhm.
and it puts it right into your face, which is helpful because the first main thing it does is it breaks the blood-brain barrier and actually goes to your brain to service it. And it helps with concentration, memory. It's going to help with things like Alzheimer's and dementia. Nothing can reverse those things, but it can help from that going further or maybe preventing it, right? So brain health. Second thing is it's an anti-inflammatory. That's super important because all of our bodies have inflammation in it to serve a purpose. If you get hurt or whatever, your body goes with inflammation to protect it. Well, our lifestyle with the stress, the diet, all the things brings our inflammation level up over the positive threshold. And that's when we start to experience things like chronic pain, chronic diseases. All of it is sourced from inflammation. And so I take frankincense under my tongue. That's why it's upstairs by my toothbrush. I forgot to grab it. And it doesn't taste wonderful, but it's so worth it because it helps with any internal inflammation that I might not even know about.
Right.
And like think of it like a Motrin. It's my headache oil. If my elbow feels inflamed, I use that in combination with Deep Blue. The third thing, and probably the most impressive, if you really think about it, our cells each have a DNA structure, and we want our DNA structures to stay intact the way they're meant to be. Well, again, lifestyle will mutate the DNA of our cell, and frankincense will maintain the integrity of our DNA in each cell. That's incredible.
Yeah.
When your cells start to mutate and clump up, then we know what happens then, and that's not a positive. So frankincense is honestly the best oil on the planet, in my opinion. So those are some of the top oils. Also Deep Blue, which I failed to mention, which is something that Megan would know a lot about in massage.
Yeah.
You know, you've heard of BioFreeze and Bengay, all of these things. Deep Blue is what those are trying to be. So those are kind of synthetic versions of what Deep Blue is, because it actually has wintergreen essential oil and peppermint essential oil. Wintergreen has methyl salicylate in it. Megan, you're going to want to know that word because it's fun to say.
To say.
And methyl salicylate is what's in our aspirin. It's a pain reliever. And so it's from the earth and it's really effective. And so that's another product people love for pain relief. So yeah, those are the top essential oils. The next part I want to talk about is how you purchase doTERRA essential oils. So if you can see these matching your lifestyle, or you can see yourself replacing things that you're not fond of using with essential oils, then it's super easy to buy doTERRA. It's a lot like a Sam's Club or a Costco membership, where it's $35 for a year membership. With that, you get 25% off of retail value, and that's the same deep discount that Megan and I get. So we don't even get it cheaper than that. A lot of times people will start their oil journey with a kit, and I highly recommend that. That's how Megan and I both started. And I'm going to show you the kits here. So we have kits, and we put together the most popular products for people to start with. So some of the kits we have here are like the Healthy Home Kit. And this is going to have other products in it for, let's say, cleaning, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste. So we do have many household products. And this is a really great starter pack for a family who knows they want to use these products right away. Another really good kit is the Healthy Essentials Kit here. This kit has the top 10 essential oils I mentioned and a diffuser. And then you get the wholesale price. So you will always get the wholesale price when you get a kit. Also, we have kind of like a budget kit here. This is one of our most popular kits, and it has our top 10 and a little bit smaller bottles. And it's kind of like a sample kit. So you can see what oils you actually want to use in your home, and then you can replace those with your membership after at the discount. So for example, oregano in this kit is going to last you a year, but lavender or lemon you might go through quicker. It also has a really nice diffuser, and our diffusers, if they break, you can call customer service, and most of the time they're going to replace it for you because they're really well made. I took one around for classes and it's never broke. So really high quality diffusers. And so that's $160 to start. Now, if you choose a kit, then that $35 fee I mentioned will disappear. It's included in the kit cost. And so if you price this out, you're saving a ton of money, which you're welcome to do. But this kit is a really popular starter, guys. So you're welcome to go to doTERRA.com and kind of look at these further. So those are the kits. Next thing I would just want to mention with doTERRA is there's typically 3 types of people in doTERRA. Excuse me, there's the people who we call users, and these people are the ones who get the oils, put them in their home, replace products, and simply use our product a lot. The second type of person in doTERRA are people we call sharers. This person might be telling everyone about their oils, like their neighbors when they talk to them, their family, because maybe they had chronic migraines or, cramps or things that they've suffered from a long time, and these oils have helped them. A lot of times people can't stop talking about them. And so if they have a family member who's like, I want these oils, they can enroll them and make a commission off of that, and then end up paying for their own oil habit. And then the last person in doTERRA, the third, is what we call business builder. And that's what Megan and I are doing. So we actively teach people about the oils and help people get oils into their home. And that's also an option for people who might want like some part-time work or some at-home work to change that up a bit. And you can supplement your income with things like that. So you can always ask Megan and I for more information about that if that interests you.
Yeah.
So lastly here, and I appreciate your patience with this this class. So the last piece is just if you find that you are very interested in the oils, you want to try a kit, try them in your home. It's very simple. We have an enrollment sheet. If you have it in front of you, you can fill that out. You can also call Megan and she can enroll you on her computer right away. So very easy to do. And I know she'll follow up with you after you have watched this class, or rather you should probably tell her you finished it, right?
Yeah.
and she can get you set up. And then when that happens, Megan and I and our whole team are here to support you with the use of your oils. So you're not going to get this big kit of oils that are so complex and not know what to do with them. You're going to have our support, Facebook groups, materials that we'll provide when you enroll with us. So that's the gist of it.
Thank you.
Of course, yeah. And I do appreciate your time watching this, and can't wait to hear what you thought of it. So I'll stop recording for the night, and hope this finds you doing well. All right, bye-bye.